The crème de la crème of the military have gathered here, some with their spouse, others with friends and family. One by one, they trickle into the venue of the 2025 Nigeria Army Day celebration in Kaduna State, northwest of Nigeria. A celebration of its 162 years since inception has become a yearly ritual for the military. The arrival of the Chief of Defence Staff General Christopher Musa, in company of other top-ranking officers, signalled the start of the event. Pleasantries were exchanged amongst the officers, including the Army, the Air Force and the Navy. It seemed to be in batches, as the Ministers of Defence and the Minister of States for Defence also arrived together to grace the occasion. A remarkable turnout soon greeted the celebration venue. Vice President Kashim, who represents the President on this occasion shortly after arriving, gets on the motorcade as he receives the salute by gallant soldiers and men of the armed forces for the Commander-in-Chief.
Is the Commander of Division Garrison, Brigadier General M.A. Kana, and the Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel B.A. Media Celebration 2025.
The array of dignitaries here reflects a roll call of past presidents, some represented, ministers, commanders of various operations across the country, the immediate past Chief of Defence Staff, the Governor of Kaduna State, including some members of his cabinet, as well as well-wishers of the Armed Forces of Nigeria.
This year's celebration is holding at the crucial period when the high percentage of Nigerian Army troops are fully committed in ongoing operations across the country. Recently, our nation has been challenged by enemies of peace, perpetrating all forms of criminality and terrorism within our borders. Notwithstanding, the Nigerian Army, in collaboration with sister services and other security agencies, have been able to rise to the occasion by denying these criminal elements the opportunity to disrupt territorial integrity of our dear country, Nigeria.
There were skills display on motorbikes to massive armoury for both land, air and sea technical operations, seen by many as a statement of the armed forces' preparedness to protect the territorial integrity of the country.
What we are witnessing is the celebration of the Nigerian Army Celebration 2025.
An award of medals to deserving officers is reflective of their heroic efforts in various operations from the north to the south. Shettima gives the charge of his principal, the President. The charge directed to the CDS and his men without mincing words.
To the officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army, I say this with clarity. The time to rise is now. You have my full authorization and the trust of the Nigerian people to confront and defeat those who seek to undermine our nation. You have my confidence, my support, and my prayers.
Earlier, the Chief of Army Staff, while welcoming invited guests, have a background and essence of the Nigerian Army Day celebration.
This year's celebration is holding at the crucial period when the high percentage of Nigerian Army troops are fully committed in ongoing operations across the country. Recently, our nation has been challenged by enemies of peace, perpetrating all forms of criminality and terrorism within our borders. Notwithstanding, the Nigerian Army, in collaboration with sister services and other security agencies, have been able to rise to the occasion by denying these criminal elements the opportunity to disrupt territorial integrity of our dear country, Nigeria.
they are now even more proactive than before, and there are so many other additional resources that they are having that were not there when we were there. So that added together with their own zeal and resilience, with their commitment and professionalism, I believe they are doing the needful, and we will soon overcome.
We look forward to them putting more efforts to contain the situation. No matter what, those guys are doing their best, and they need their support. They need the support of everybody. All right? No matter the challenges, I think they are doing the best. You are here. You are sure, at least barring any circumstances, you'll still go back home and sleep. But they are not sure that they will come back, alive. So we must continue to acknowledge them, to praise them, to encourage them. All right? Once you're in the battlefield, you are already in a matter of life and death, any moment.
As the event comes to a close past, Chief learnt their voices in saluting the courage of soldiers fighting the war against Boko Haram and ISWAP forces in the north, with a definitive plea to all Nigerians to give them the required support to defeat insurgents once and for all.